Syndicate Multiverse Gaming Podcast, episode 2. Going off of the topic that we had with episode 1, but we got a guest in hand, Darth Nebu. All links will be provided in the description below for his channels and places where he streams at. But what we want to talk about is the state of the fighting game community guest characters. I know a lot of people have issues, gripes, and grudges with this whole guest character thing. And I mean, we just want to ease the tension to where you can understand where these guest characters really fit at in the long scheme of things. But go ahead and speak your piece on this narrative.
Yeah, so basically, my thought is here they really need to just stop with the guests for a little while. Focus on your in house content. This goes for Street Fighter, this goes for Tekken, this goes for Mortal Kombat. You could say this about any fighting game, but primarily right now we're gonna focus on Street Fighter. So they need to focus on Metro City only. Not let's bring Tifa. Let's
Like,
bring
but the exception to this
Scorpion.
that I would say is outside of not having guest characters, I can see if you're introducing a brand new character to the forefront, those we will accept, if I could be honest. But continue.
But yeah, so anything within that universe is acceptable. Final Fight makes sense. Uh, Rival School makes sense. Tifa Lockhart does not make sense.
There's a driving wedge as to why Tifa won't fit, but she fits certain fighting games, but she just doesn't fit the Street Fighter style,
Not for
if we
what
could
they're
be
going
honest.
for. Yeah, not for what they're going for. Put her in Soul Calibur. Let Bandai try to grab her for Tekken. I don't know.
Like her, I think she would even fit the SNK universe, if anything.
Uh,
But that's either
that's a
here or there.
reach. That's a reach. Especially if they're trying to work with SNK. I mean,
But I will give you the credit of Tekken and Soul Calibur because those two games have a style that fits a guest character's persona.
yeah, I just feel like Street Fighter lost its identity because you're doing too much of the guest shit that isn't in your universe. So you're going to
Kill the game before you even let it breathe for what your characters are supposed to be representing.
they're going everybody else but who they need to be doing.
Like
That's
I
all.
saw so many wish lists, reasonable wish list
Yeah,
characters that should be in. I mean,
yeah.
hell, I even did one myself, and I even said the fact that those four kind of fit. And then when I showed it to my friend Darth here, he kind of liked the whole outlook of it too.
I mean, it's because they make sense.
It fits the realm of Street Fighter. I mean,
Just
whatever
Metro
happened
City.
to most of the new characters you had, Capcom, that was in Street Fighter 5 and 4?
Yeah,
Where
like
are those characters?
where the hell's Hakan?
Where is Birdie?
Birdie's not
Sakura?
Birdie's a return, but yes, and yes.
Manat being another crucial
Manet's
one.
brand new, so yes, like
Colin being another one that was brand new to the game.
yeah, Genie. Like where's he?
Where is Seth involved in 6?
Yeah, why is Seth not even in the game exactly? Like why? If you're doing the Shadowloo thing versus Neo Shadowloo, we need more Shadowloo, and we need way more Neo Shadowloo. Like we only have Ed. What's going on?
We only have the leader of the whole Neo Shadow group.
Yeah, what are we
These are
doing?
things that need to be implemented in Street Fighter
This needs to be
outside of
addressed.
your returning characters.
This seriously needs to be addressed. Like, yeah, I'm frustrated, but I mean, I'm not gonna.
Like the fan base is only going to take but so much before they really vent their frustrations.
Oh, I already did part
I'm just
one.
saying in general.
I already did in part one.
Mm-hmm.
And quite honestly, if they don't listen, I'll have to do it again at some point in time. But I want to give them a chance. I want to see what they do, and by that I mean, what is the next few seasons for Street Fighter looking like?
And if anybody is listening, drop your thoughts on what fighting game characters you feel should be implemented in Street Fighter that's a non-guest. We would love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, and we over here, us Street Fighter fans, we don't count Final Fight as a guest. We don't count Strive Rival Schooled as a guest. They are Street Fighter. They're in that universe. If you live in that universe, you are not a guest.
You
You're in that
deserve to be
universe.
in the game.
Yeah.
It's like we need a better representation that fits the Street Fighter genre as a whole because fans are sick and tired of seeing this guest character. I understand you have companies that you've worked with in the future, like Marvel, SNK, to be exact,
But you haven't
Bandai's
worked with
characters,
Marvel since.
but those games should be the those characters should be implemented for those games, not Street Fighter.
Well, here's the thing. Marvel's not going to allow over. This is the problem, though. Marvel and Capcom really don't have a good relationship anymore, from what it looks like.
Understandable.
So if you really think that Disney and Marvel is just gonna let them waltz in and say, "Hey, we need Wolverine as a guest character for Street Fighter," I don't think so.
Nah, it's literally time that you put the pieces together and put these returning guests or new designed characters for Street Fighter.
Yeah, Street Fighter really needs.
And
We need a lot.
for
We need a lot of returning. We do.
and if y'all are listening, Capcom, keep the lore for these characters as they should be intended.
Yeah,
Not do something brand new for these characters that doesn't fit their story.
exactly.
Because how does my and Terry fit the story if you're not putting the exact characters that kind of rival them.
Yeah, but that's being a little too picky.
But I mean, it's a general thought.
Okay, but we've brought that up already.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
brought that up if y'all go back and listen to part one of the whole topic.
yeah, I don't feel like rehashing that.
But in this particular scenario, we need more implementation of Street Fighter characters, whether they're new, returning, or outside of your company's realm that fits in the Street Fighter universe.
Yeah, it's just a little redundant, but
Which
you
brings
know,
me to the subject matter of which characters, even if you would consider thinking of a brand new character that would be a perfect fit to go against certain rivals in Street Fighter. Somebody that you would never really think of that would be in that realm to fit the game.
yeah, though.
We would like to know your thoughts below on that. Because I feel like Street Fighter has a very rich history of characters that should be seen, should bring a new generation of fans to understand Street Fighter more.
Yep.
There should be no excuses, Capcom, that you don't implement characters like Arminka and Karen and so many others and Laura to not be implemented in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now what you are doing is you're doing like most of these games, thinking that guest characters are going to be the CRBR that's going to bring you a new fan base. That's not bringing you a new fan base.
No.
That's ultimately hurting your fan base.
Yeah, well.
The hardcore Street Fighter fan base who wants to see returning characters in the game.
Yeah, they clearly don't want to worry about that right now. And all right, there's arguments that could be made. Sure, why not?
Right.
But there needs to be something else within the argument.
Mm-hmm. Because we want to see Street Fighter thrive to be one of your solid fighting games that lives on in future generations.
Yeah.
We want to see that core group that brought you to the dance. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of Street Fighter fans that I've heard and seen videos talk about it want to see their favorites come back. That's not in Street Fighter 6. I mean, you got
Especially when
two
you're
of the
given
big
the answer of,
four,
oh yeah, they're around.
like you have two of the big four bosses in the game that was original to the Street Fighter universe. Val, Bison, and Sagat. When are
Yeah,
you going to implement Balrog and Vega?
but especially when when people are like, oh yeah, Nakayama-san's like, oh yeah, Cody's around. Oh yeah, guys around. They're off doing whatever. Uh huh.
But for the most part, like you said, where are these characters? When are you going to implement them? And what's their overall new scheme that fits what's in Street Fighter 6?
And how many seasons are you planning? Because if you're planning multitude of seasons, all right, maybe there's a chance, but please can we for at least 2 or 3 seasons, like 4 or 5 in seasons, whatever, like 5, 6, 7, something like that, needs to be straight in universe characters.
And I totally agree with that structure because we need to see certain characters that was in 5 outside of who you returned from 5, like Rashid is already in 6, Ed is already in 6. Where is Manak, Colin,
Yeah,
Seth, and so many others that you had in 6, that you had in 5 and 6?
I think Birdie should come back because it would be cool to have his bird set. Listen to me, his move set. Um,
Hell,
I
I've
think
seen the
I think
whole
Poison should come back for the same reason.
I've
I
seen a
think
whole group of individuals ask you,
Rolenta.
Capcom, where is Dan?
Where is Dan? What's he doing? He's not gonna hurt, and he's not gonna hurt the narrative. Put him in. Put him anywhere. Throw him in any type of DLC because it's not gonna hurt the narrative. Okay, the argument could be made. Maybe they're waiting for the movie. Okay, that's fine. Let's roll with that idea. Let's say they're waiting for the movie.
Yep. And if the movie is going to be your highlight, why don't you highlight season 4 around the movie?
Exactly.
Like, we need to hear something that's going to send season 4 to the next level for fan base to be that thought.
Yeah.
Like, if you pretty much are putting season 4, I can understand you putting Vega and 3 other characters that's in the movie and their skin to be the highlight.
Yeah. Exactly.
If you are catering season 4 around the Street Fighter movie, then come out and say something that tells the fan base this is what season 4 is.
But even if it's not, let's say it's not,
Mm-hmm.
then fine. Just tell us what it is.
Exactly. Like, let us know that you care about the game and the fan base that you brought to the game. Don't let this be something that the fans are not going to appreciate or value.
Exactly.
You want to keep your core fan base happy, but also bring something new and exciting that resonates with the fan base.
Exactly.
We don't want to see a guest character that doesn't fit the realm of Street Fighter. Like, if it fits the realm of Tekken, cool. If it fits the realm of a Soul Calibur game, if it fits the realm of a KOF game, we understand. As
Yeah.
long as it fits the narrative.
Exactly.
Like, keep everything in context with what y'all did that made the fan base happy and buy the game more. Like,
Precisely.
go back into your archive and see what the fans are asking for.
You know, do it in a way where it makes sense too.
Fact. Because somewhere down the line, you lost your footing with the fan base. It's time to bring that thought back.
Yep.
Like, it may not happen overnight, but as
No, I
long as
don't.
you put that value in, we'll appreciate whatever you bring to the table. As long
Oh
as
yeah,
it's not a guest character that doesn't fit the realm of Street Fighter.
exactly.
But as you were saying,
But if you're gonna do guest characters, I'm all for it as long as it makes sense. Um, I don't know. Get Liu Kang if you can't do Bruce Lee. So talk to NetherRealm. Talk to.
like, and there are certain fans out there that
There's a
are,
way around it.
and I've seen posts that fans are implementing certain guest characters like a Katana, a Sindel, a Liu Kang, a Scorpion, a Sub Zero, something that fans are looking at saying, "Oh shit! If we get these characters, is there a possibility for a Mortal Kombat Street Fighter crossover game in the near future?"
Exactly.
Like there are certain Mortal Kombat characters that fit the realm of Street Fighter.
100%.
Like we can go through, just like I named the certain names I named. Hell, I could see Sonya Blade being the key focal point for a game, just like Sonya's daughter Cassie and Johnny Cage as primary thoughts of a crossover based character in Street Fighter.
Uh, that's kind of pushing it.
But it all varies on how which character is the fit for the game.
But yeah, they need to have a better way on stuff that makes sense. That's all I need to say after.
Exactly.
Because I already had my tyrant on my last video.
It's like, and I would suggest if you're new to the channel
I didn't
and
put it
have
up
not
yet.
heard the
I
first
didn't. I
topic.
didn't. No, I didn't put it up yet.
No, I'm saying on my end. For those that are here, I mean, go back and listen to the first video that we gave our thoughts and concerns on this whole topic in general.
Yep, we did.
Because you may get an insight on why the fan base is in a tirade as it is.
Yep.
But we just wanted to come on and basically bring this short and sweet narrative that can help grow the game, the fan base, and the overall product as a whole.
Basically. But yeah, that's really it.
But if this is where we conclude this narrative, I would say this. Listen to your fan base. It may be the best thing to overall help the game succeed. You want sales, you want a new fan base, listen to us. Take these ideas, implement them. Show the fan base that you care.
We're not. But go back to the 5 character method if you have to. This way, it's not the guest character's not hurting anybody. It's like a bonus character.
Hell, look at the idea you did with 5. Okay, you bought 4 base characters to the game, but if people bought the pass, they got this free extra character that
Yeah.
was in the Street Fighter universe that overall helped the game succeed.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you got 4 base characters. I don't care if it's Sakura, Dan, Vega, Manat.
And then
But
that's
then
what I
that
don't
5th
understand
base
is why is
character,
Dan in 5 but not in
but
6?
then that 5th base character, you could say, okay, we could put Urian, Gil, or Seth as the 5th base character.
Yeah. Or even Dan, because again,
However you want to select in the Street Fighter universe, that's the 5th base character, you can implement that.
because Dan's not hurting nothing. Like, he's not taking away from the narrative. He's not taking away from the plot. Nothing. So it just makes no sense, though.
Exactly.
But that's it.
But we're going to end this on this note. Hopefully everybody likes, comments, subscribe. Keep feeding your ideas in the comment section below. And stay tuned for the next episode of the Multiverse Gaming Podcast, where we will have other topics in mind that's going to change or be relevant to these certain games coming.
Yep.
On this note, I'm DJ Khaotic, the host of the Chaotic Syndicate Multiverse Gaming Podcast with my co-host Dark Nebu. All links will be provided in the description for his stuff. And we'll catch y'all on the next episode.
See you guys.